Well, good afternoon, everyone. This is Mike Bass back again with another forecast update for you for this August the 9th, 2023. I'm hoping everybody's having a great Wednesday out there so far. Everybody has a great Wednesday afternoon. Hope everybody continues to stay safe and well and also enjoy the weather because it's the only weather you got. Okay, in today's video, we're going to talk about the lower 48 satellite loop across the lower 48, as you can see here. Also, we're going to take a look at the weather radar across the nation, take a look at the watches, warning, and advisory map for your location. Also, we're going to take a look at the Storm Prediction Center outlook for today, for your Thursday and Friday. And also, we're going to take a look at on day 5, and we do have some more severe weather to talk about, so don't miss a beat of this forecast. So stick around through the entire video and don't miss a beat of my forecast again. Like I said, if you're a new viewer and you like my weather forecast, go ahead and smash that subscribe button for me. I would greatly appreciate it. Also, like these videos, share these videos, and if you know anybody that would like to join the Mike Bass Weather Forecast channel, send them my way. Love to have them. I'm not that far away from 500. I need a little help from the community. If anybody out there can help me, I would greatly appreciate it. All right. Well, let's go ahead and get the show on the road here, folks, and let's go ahead and talk about a little bit of weather in this forecast segment. All righty. As you can see here on the satellite imagery across the lower 48 here, we got a little system here blossoming along the east coast. We got a low pressure system spinning over southeast Canada, trailing cold front extending all the way back down into Florida. That's what's the activities blowing up along that front. Got a little bit of activity down here near the Bahamas. We got this big vigorous system here in the middle portion of the country, moving into the Ohio and Tennessee River Valley. Expected to bring some severe weather this afternoon. We got an enhanced risk, slight risk, and a marginal risk for this area here. What I'm circling here, where this big area of moisture is, that's where the enhanced, slight risk, and the moderate risk, a marginal risk for severe weather this afternoon. Tomorrow, most of this activity will move over into the Carolinas. We have a marginal risk plus a slight risk also in portions of the Carolinas. You'll see that in the video toward the end of this forecast cycle. So stick around and enjoy the video. Got a little system down here blowing up around the west coast of the Mexican coast over toward the Gulf of California there as well. And also we got more activity over Canada and mostly dry conditions expected over the Rockies and the desert southwest, and also portions of the northwestern United States as well, except maybe around Washington and Oregon and Idaho and maybe northern Montana later on this afternoon, where you may get some showers and messed up. So I'm going back to the National Weather Service Doppler radar. You can see there's that activity up in southeast Canada, also off the Atlantic coast. We've got a little bit up in New York State. Here's that system you've seen on the satellite imagery right here across Illinois, back in the Iowa, back into Missouri, also portions of Nebraska there as well, all the way down into portions of Arkansas, western Tennessee, western Kentucky. All this activity is shifting off to the east and to the southeast. So anybody from Indiana, Ohio, to West Virginia, eastern Kentucky, Tennessee, western North Carolina, northern Georgia, northern Alabama, maybe even northern Mississippi. Later on this afternoon and tonight, expect showers and storms to continue to march eastward as the afternoon and evening wears on. We've got showers and storms up here in portions of the Dakotas, across southern Canada. Also, there's that little activity I was showing on the satellite imagery as well, moving across Washington State over into Idaho, maybe into Montana. Also got some activity over here, portions of New Mexico, also into California as well. We got scattered activity down here in the Gulf of Mexico, not too far from the Florida Keys, and also a little bit in Oklahoma and Texas, and also into Kansas as well this afternoon on the Doppler radar. All right, watches, warning, and advisory map time. So let's take a look at this. All righty. As you can see here, we got lots of flood watches from extending from portions of West Virginia, Ohio, all the way through Indiana, also into Illinois. Also down in a portion of Tennessee, Kentucky, over to Missouri. Also northern Arkansas, got some flash flood warnings in effect there. Flood advisories there as well in Arkansas and also southern Missouri. Also down here in southwestern Tennessee as well. We got some hydro issues also in effect, portion of Kentucky, Ohio, Indiana, and Illinois, and also in the central Missouri. Air quality alerts over portion of Montana, a little bit over here in Colorado. Red flag warnings there as well in Colorado. All right, we got those excessive heat warnings still in effect for much of Florida, even including the Big Bend area of Florida. Also into portions of Alabama and Louisiana, much of Texas as well. Got some red flag warnings also in effect for portions of Oklahoma, North Texas, and southwestern Texas as well for critical fire weather issue problems this afternoon. Got some heat advisories also in effect for portions of Florida, also southern Georgia, much of Alabama, much of Mississippi, much of just about all of Louisiana, southern Arkansas, southern Oklahoma, northeastern Texas, southeastern Texas, western Texas, and also into southeastern portions of New Mexico as well. All right, still got a red flag warnings in effect for you guys here in Alaska. Also, we have like red flag warnings also in effect for you guys down here in Hawaii. Plus, also gale warnings also around the island as well. Got some gale warnings across the coastal waters of the northeastern and mid-Atlantic region as well, and also just off the coast of Oregon State as well. Alrighty, and also got some mariner weather statements off the coast of California. Alright, Storm Prediction Center time. Here we go, folks. Alright, as you can see here, we got general thunderstorm from New York State down to the Florida Keys, all the way back into Texas, Arizona, New Mexico, also portion of Utah, and also Nevada, that is. Also Idaho over to Montana, all the way over to a portion of Wisconsin as well. Alright, we got a marginal risk extending from northern Michigan all the way back into the Dakotas, also back in central Texas, all the way into portions of Ohio and also Indiana, Illinois, down into upstate South Carolina, all the way down into portions of Georgia and Mississippi. We got enhanced risk, slight risk, in effect for portions of Oklahoma, all the way into Alabama and Georgia. If you live in Memphis, Tennessee, Nashville, Tennessee, Huntsville, Alabama, Springfield, Missouri, Clarksville, Tennessee, you're in enhanced risk for severe weather this afternoon. Also, if you're in Tuscaloosa, Oklahoma, Birmingham, Alabama, Little Rock, Arkansas, Chattanooga, Tennessee, Broken Arrow, Oklahoma, slight risk for severe weather this afternoon. Also, a marginal risk, including Indianapolis, Indiana, Atlanta, Georgia, Minneapolis, Minnesota, St. Louis, Missouri, and Cincinnati, Ohio. Sorry about that, folks. All right, tornado probability. We have a green, we have 2% in the green, 5% in the brown, 10% in the yellow, the slashed area. This is where the EF2 tornadoes or higher could occur. That would be in southern Missouri and also into Arkansas and maybe western Tennessee. All right, if you live in a significant area for a large tornado, expect Paragon, Arkansas, Poplar Bluff, Missouri, Ozark, Missouri, Nixa, Missouri, and Harrison, Arkansas. If you're in the 10%, this includes Springfield, Missouri, Fayetteville, Arkansas, Jonesboro, Arkansas, Springdale, Arkansas, and Rogers, Arkansas. That's 5%. No, 10%. 5%. This includes Memphis, Tennessee, Nashville, Tennessee, Huntsville, Alabama, Clarksville, Tennessee, and Mulford, Tennessee. And if you're in a 2% risk, this includes Atlanta, Georgia, St. Louis, Missouri, Birmingham, Alabama, Little Rock, Arkansas, and Knoxville, Tennessee. All right, take a look at the wind probability. All right, we got 5% in brown, 15 in the yellow, 30 in the red. Significant area of severe weather. If you're in the significant area for damaging winds, 30% also. This includes Memphis, Tennessee, Fort Smith, Arkansas, Nashville, Tennessee, Fayetteville, Arkansas, Huntsville, Alabama, Jackson, Mississippi, Clarksville, Tennessee, Jonesboro, Arkansas, and Mulford, Tennessee. If you're in the 15%, this includes Birmingham, Alabama, Little Rock, Arkansas, Chattanooga, Tennessee, Springfield, Missouri, Fort Smith, Arkansas, 15% risk. Also, if you live in Indianapolis, Indiana, Atlanta, Georgia, Tuscaloosa, Oklahoma, Minneapolis, Minnesota, St. Louis, Missouri, 5% risk for damaging winds. All right, take a look at the hail probability. Pretty much same vicinities. Let's see, the significant area for large hail would be Memphis, Tennessee, Huntsville, Alabama, Springfield, Missouri, Fort Smith, Arkansas, Fayetteville, Arkansas. 30%, Springfield, Missouri, Fayetteville, Arkansas, Springdale, Arkansas, Joplin, Missouri, Rogers, Arkansas. 15%, Memphis, Tennessee, Nashville, Tennessee, Tuscaloosa, Oklahoma, Birmingham, Alabama, Little Rock, Arkansas. 15% risk. And also the 5%, this includes Indianapolis, Indiana, Atlanta, Georgia, Minneapolis, Minnesota, St. Louis, Missouri, St. Paul, Minnesota, and surrounding areas. That is for large hail for this afternoon. All right, let's move on to day number 2, because we done finished up today's outlook. All right, general thunderstorms extending from Maine to the Florida Keys, back to Louisiana, Texas to Arizona, Nevada, all the way up to the Dakotas, also back to Minnesota and Wisconsin, down in northern Missouri. All right, we got a marginal risk over Kansas, all the way to the Dakotas, also into Iowa as well, Minnesota. Also, slight risk there as well from Iowa back into the Dakotas. Marginal risk extended from a portion of the northeast mid-Atlantic region back to a portion of Mississippi through the Carolinas. A slight risk also in the Carolinas and southeast Virginia for a slight risk for severe weather, and a marginal risk also for around the New York area, also into portions of Connecticut, Massachusetts area as well. All right, if you live in Charlotte, North Carolina, Virginia Beach, Virginia, Omaha, Nebraska, Raleigh, North Carolina, Norfolk, Virginia, slight risk for severe weather on your Thursday. Marginal risk, this includes Boston, Massachusetts, Atlanta, Georgia, Lincoln, Nebraska, Birmingham, Alabama, Montgomery, Alabama. That's a marginal risk. Tornado probability, 2% across the Carolinas, also up here around the Massachusetts, New York State, New York area, also over here in portions of the Dakotas, Iowa, and Minnesota. If you live in Charlotte, North Carolina, Boston, Massachusetts, Virginia Beach, Virginia, Raleigh, North Carolina, Norfolk, Virginia, 2% risk for a tornado. Winds, 5% in brown, 15% in the yellow. We got it back again. All right, if you live in Charlotte, North Carolina, Virginia Beach, Virginia, Omaha, Nebraska, Raleigh, North Carolina, Norfolk, Virginia, 15% risk for damaging winds. If you live in Boston, Massachusetts, Atlanta, Georgia, Lincoln, Nebraska, Birmingham, Alabama, Montgomery, Alabama, 5% risk for damaging winds. Hail probability, 5% in brown, 15% in the yellow. If you live in Virginia Beach, Virginia, Omaha, Nebraska, Norfolk, Virginia, Chesapeake, Virginia, Newport News, Virginia, 15% risk for large hail. If you live in Charlotte, North Carolina, Atlanta, Georgia, Raleigh, North Carolina, Lincoln, Nebraska, and Greensboro, North Carolina, 5% risk for large hail. All right, we're moving on to day number 3. This will be your Friday forecast. All right, general thunderstorms up here in Maine, also through to Virginia, to the Carolinas, to Florida, to Louisiana, back to New Mexico and Arizona, back to Nevada and California. Excuse me, all the way up to Minnesota, also into Michigan, also back in the portion of the Ohio River Valley. We got a marginal risk, slight risk area from portions of Kansas all the way into the Great Lakes region, including Michigan and Wisconsin. Slight risk over Wisconsin, Illinois, and Iowa as well. All right, if you live in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, Madison, Wisconsin, Roy, Illinois, Rockville, Illinois, Napa, Indiana, Illinois, slight risk for severe weather on Friday. Also, if you live in Chicago, Illinois, Kansas City, Missouri, Omaha, Nebraska, Lincoln, Nebraska, Rapid City, Michigan, marginal risk for severe weather, probability, 15% yellow, 5% brown, same areas, Milwaukee, Wisconsin to Naperville, Illinois, 15% risk. If you live in Chicago, Illinois, all the way to Grand Rapids, Michigan, 5% risk for severe weather on your Friday. All right, let's take a look at day number 5. This will be your Sunday forecast. As you can see, there's the 15% risk extending from Illinois through Iowa, back into portions of South Dakota, and also eastern Nebraska. All right, if you live in Omaha, Nebraska, Lincoln, Nebraska, Des Moines, Iowa, Sioux Falls, South Dakota, Cedar Rapids, Iowa, 15% risk for severe weather on day number 5, which is Sunday. The marginal risk should be outlined in the surrounding areas. So we would not be surprised to see a marginal risk extended all the way into portion of Kentucky, Tennessee, all the way up to Michigan, Wisconsin, also in Minnesota, North and South Dakota, portions of Wyoming, Colorado, maybe even down far south to Oklahoma City and northern Arkansas as well. A marginal risk could be outlined there for your Sunday. All right, we're looking at day 6, probably predictability too low. Same thing for day 7 and also day 8. Day 4, there was nothing either. All right, well, I hope everybody enjoyed this video. Hope everybody continue to stay safe and well. Also enjoy the weather because it's the only weather you got. Like these videos, share these videos, consider subscribing, and we'll catch you back in the next video. Take care and have a great Wednesday, everyone.